Hi, boys and girls. Today in math, we're going to continue with our module 6, and we're going to look at lessons 1 and 2. We are going to see how we can rotate tape diagrams and organize and present data. First of all, pause the video and grab pencil and paper so you can do the work together with me. All right, let's start by looking at this vertical number line. As you can see, it's partitioned into intervals. However, only the multiples of 12 are shown. So you go from 0 to 12, 24, 36, 48, and 60. Notice there are hash marks between the 0 and the 12, halfway, between the 12 and the 24, halfway between the 24 and the 36, and so on. So what's the halfway what's halfway between 0 and 12? Yes, of course, it's 6. And how about between 12 and 24? It's 18, and so on, 30, 42. So it's partitioned into intervals of 6. It's like counting by sixes. However, not all numbers are shown on the vertical number line. So it's important when you're looking at a graph, sometimes the vertical number line does not have all the numbers shown. So you might have to figure out what's the halfway point. Okay. Let's look at these two tape diagrams. What is the value of each unit in tape diagrams A and B? So we have tape diagram A. Each of these is a unit. And we have tape diagram B, where each of these is a unit. What is the value of each unit? Yes, you guessed, it's 8. So write a multiplication sentence that represents the total value of tape diagram A. The total value of this tape diagram. Write a multiplication sentence. Okay. So if you wrote 4 times 8, you are correct. You see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 8 equals 32. Okay, go ahead and do the same thing for B. Tape diagram B, write a multiplication sentence. You can pause the video. If you wrote 7 times 8, which is 56, you are correct. What is the total value of both tape diagrams? Well, we can do 4 times 8 plus 7 times 8, right? What is 4 plus 7? 11 times 8, so it's 88. How many more units of 8 are in tape diagram B than in tape diagram A? Well, we have 3 more units, right? And so what is the difference in value? 3 units of 8 is 24. And now you will see why this is important for our graphs and our unit on data. Let's look at this application problem. Ginevra played in 3 basketball games. She scored 12 points in game 1, 8 points in game 2, and 16 points in game 3. Okay, so she played 3 games, and these are the points that she scored in each game. Each basket that she made was worth 2 points. Okay, so she uses tape diagrams with a unit size of 2. Since each basket is worth 2 points, each unit of the tape diagram is worth 2. To represent the points she scored in each game. All right. How many total units of 2 does it take to represent the points she scored in all 3 games? Okay. If you want, you can pause the video here if you already have an idea how to represent this problem. If not, look at this drawing. Okay. So here we are. We can see in game 1, it says she scored 12 points. And each basket is worth 2 points. So we're going to count by 2s. Each unit has a value of 2. We're going to count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. How many units? There's 6 units for a total of 12 points. And we're going to do the same for the other 2 games. Game 2, she scored 8 points. So we're going to count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 4 units of 2 for a total of 8 points. And in game 3, she scored 16 points. Each basket is worth 2, counting by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. That's 8 units. Okay? The question was, how many total units of 2 does it take to represent the points she scored in all 3 games? So how many units of 2 for all 3 games? You can pause the video and figure it out. Yes, so there are 6 units for the first game, 4 for the second, 8 for the third. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 8 is 18. So we have a total of 18 units of 2 that represent the points that she scored in all 3 games. Let's rotate these tape diagrams. Let's rotate them to make vertical tape diagrams, okay, with units of 2. Here you go. So it's the same tape diagrams. We rotated them vertically. You see game 1 with 6 units of 2, game 2 with 4 units of 2, and game 3 with 8 units of 2, right? Here it is. Okay. How are these vertical tape diagrams similar to picture graphs? Remember last week we looked at picture graphs for our survey on colors. We used a heart as a symbol, and each heart represented one student. So every time a student said that, I don't know, red was his favorite color, we would draw a heart in the red column. And then we also talked about the fact that when we have large numbers, a symbol, there's a key that says that each heart corresponds to one student, or maybe 2 students, or 10 students. So each heart can have a different value, and you will find that in the key. So how are these vertical tape diagrams similar to those picture graphs? Well, just like in the picture graphs, the value of each heart can be different. It can have a value that is greater than 1. And here we have each unit has a value of 2, so it's greater than 1. Let's do this problem together. Find the total number of stamps each student has. Draw tape diagrams with a unit size of 4 to show the number of stamps each student has. The first one has been done for you. So as you can see, we have 4 students, Dana, Tanisha, Raquel, and Anna. And these are the stamps that they have. What we have to do is draw tape diagrams. So we have to represent the stamps that they have on a tape diagram, where each unit has a size of 4. Each unit, the value of each unit is 4 stamps, okay? So we have to, Dana has already been done. So we have to see, how many stamps does Dana have? It's an array, right? So we already know how to count. We can skip count. There are 4 stamps in each row, and there are 4 rows, so we can skip count by 4. We can do 4 times 4 is 16. Skip count by 4, 4, 8, 12, 16. So she has 16 stamps. Now we have to draw a tape diagram to represent the stamps that Dana has. So we have to put these stamps in a tape diagram where each unit has a value of 4. So each of these little squares corresponds to 4 stamps. How many units are we going to use? Well, we're counting by 4s, right? We can do 16 divided by 4. We can count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16. So we have 4 units of 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And this will be the tape diagram for Dana. Now, I would like you to try and do the others. So let's start Tanisha together, and then you can do the others. You can pause the video and do the others on your own. So let's look at Tanisha. Again, these are the stamps that she has. I see 2 rows of 4. Okay, so I already know 2 rows of 4 is 8. I can count by 4s, 4 and 8. All right, I need to draw a tape diagram where each unit has a value of 4. How many units am I going to have in the tape diagram for tenacious stamps? Okay, now you can go ahead, pause the video, and figure out how many units will be in Tanisha's tape diagram. If you said 2, you guessed 4 and 8. 4 plus 4, or 2 times 4 is 8, and those are Tanisha's stamps. What about Raquel? If you guessed 6 units of 4, you are correct. Let's go ahead and look. We have 4, again, 4 in each row. How many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And we can do the same here. 6 times 4 is 24. And Anna is the last one. So how many stamps does she have? There are always rows of 4. How many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So go ahead and draw the tape diagram for Anna. If this is the tape diagram that you drew, you're right. There are 8 units of 4, because 8 times 4 is 32, and she had 32 stamps. All right, so how can you create a vertical tape diagram to show this information, to show this data? Well, we can rotate it and make it vertical like this. Okay? And why are we doing this? Because this is kind of a step that shows us how we go from a tape diagram, we rotate it vertically, to a bar graph. Let me show you your work for today. So you will complete these worksheets, these slides. Here you have a tally chart where that shows the survey of students' favorite pets. Each tally mark represents one student. You are going to use this tally chart to complete the picture graph below. This is a picture graph where each circle represents one student. You can copy and paste this circle and create this picture graph that corresponds to the tally chart above. And then you will answer these questions. On the next slide, you will use the tally chart, the one that we saw before, this one here, to complete this picture graph where each square, this time you have a square, not a circle, represents 2 students. So be very careful. Each square is 2 students. So if I have, let's see, how many students said that cats are their favorite pets? 5 plus 1, 6. So here I will have, since each circle represents 1 student, I will have 6 circles. Whereas here, how many squares am I going to draw if each square represents 2? 1 square is 2, 2 squares would be 4, and 3 squares will be 6. So yes, I will have 3 squares. So be very careful. You can copy and paste this square into this picture graph and then answer these questions. And then there will be an exit ticket. I hope you enjoy this new module and have fun working. We'll see you later. Bye.